This tool is called AWW, short for a Web Whiteboard. It's like the smart boards that you find in the classrooms. An example of what you can do with this tool is, here's one example where I chose a picture, and the assignment that I gave, I was pretending as if I was a teacher, is to choose a picture that brings back good memories of your childhood, and then describe the picture and discuss why you chose it. So what I did was I attached the picture, and then I typed a little about what was happening in the picture. Another example of what you can do is, obviously, if you were going to draw numbers, that would be more so if you were teaching a math class, but you do have the ability to, as you can see, you can either type, or you can do something like numbers with it. You can also draw a little bit like this. And once again, you can type. Now, with the first three examples that I showed you, was I used the snipping tool to take a picture of it, because basically you don't need an account to use this tool, but you can't save what you're doing unless you have a premium account, and that's the only way that you can save it. So if your computer or tablet has the snipping tool, then you are able to take a picture of what it is that you're doing, but I would probably say that this app would be good to use if you were going to have a free account, to use like in one sitting, like if you were teaching a class or a lesson and you were going to complete it at that moment, or if you were going to send the link to your students, you can do that as well, and then they're able to access the whiteboard. With this example, this was you can download the image from AWW, but and in that way you can save what you did. But I noticed that it doesn't save everything. I also had, you see here, I have the directions, and then I have the picture, but it didn't save any of the writing. So that's one thing that you have to watch out for, that it might not save all your content, which is why I recommended using the snipping tool. So to actually use the app, you need to click on Start Drawing. And then once it goes to the screen, you can start doing whatever you want. You can, draw circles. They have the little, I guess you can say like paintbrush size. So like if you want it to be bigger, it can be bigger. And then once you adjust it like that, if you decide you want to type your font, once you start typing, it's going to be as big as the circle. So if you want smaller font, then you can adjust the size and then start typing. Oh, you see here how it modified what was already done. If you want to add a picture, you go to the picture icon, and then for you to browse your computer, and then you can select the photo that way. So once again, if you want to add a picture, you go to Browse. That will pop up. You click on Pictures. And once the picture is added, you can adjust the size of the picture. And you can play with it, move it around. And then you click the check mark once you've got it at the location that you wanted it. And then the picture loads in there. If you need to erase, you can go over it and everything that you've done will be erased. Or if you need to cut, if you don't like what you did, you go over it and then it cuts out what you just did. So maybe that might be an easier way to erase something that you don't like. If you just want to start over from scratch, you can hit the little trash can and then it's going to clear the entire page. If you decide you don't want to do that, you can hit undo. Is it going to let you undo it? No, forget so well. So you can change the colors. Let me draw this. So if you don't like what you did, then you can hit undo that way. And then it will undo everything. You can use it to write. The one thing I will say is be careful when you hit the undo button, because I accidentally, when I was practicing using the tool, I deleted the entire, what I was trying to put together. So the whole page ended up getting deleted. So you want to be careful to only hit undo once so that you don't accidentally erase something. There is no redo button, so that's the only thing. If you want to create an account, you do it here by putting in your email, password. You can also, or you can use, social media accounts such as Google Plus or Facebook, Twitter. If you want to collaborate with someone, then you can share the board. And then once you click on that, it's going to give you the option to hit the link, and then you can post that into your media board, or you can email it to someone and then they'll have access to the board. This is also where you can manage participants, and then like I said, if you want to save the picture, you can download it that way. The only, like I said, the only thing about that is like I said, it might not save all your content. This is a help menu, so that way if you need help with anything, you can read about it, about what are the basic tools, and if you want to learn more, you can click on these little buttons. This app is really easy to use. Yeah, it's really not difficult to learn how to do, which makes it a really simple tool for any student to use.